Tonight on ONEIL After Dark, wonderful wild card
bitches!
weekend in American Hand Egg, and what a time it was. In politics, the nation prepares for Donald Trump's inauguration celebration with potential trepidation. And I speak with Lions head coach Dan Campbell. All this and more coming up next. Good evening, and welcome to ONEIL After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill. Priceless. Wildcard,
bitches! Yeah! What?
weekend in the NFL, which for the uninformed is the first round of the playoffs. The Houston Texans, in typical fashion, played at 3:30 p.m. Central Time, as they always do in the playoffs. Look it up. Their opponent this go-round was the former San Diego Superchargers. So let's see what happened. Chargers at Texans. Early on, Texans fans were suffering from heart palpitations by way of this John Mechie fumbled pass. Then, C.J. Stroud threw an almost interception. However, on the next possession, Stroud did throw an actual interception. Not to worry though. The next play, Justin Herbert threw his first of 4 interceptions on the day. Later on, facing a 3rd and forever, Stroud fumbled the snap, ran around for a bit, then slung it to Xavier Hutchinson for this 34 yards. Just like in practice. Way to go, fellas. Fan favorite Nico Collins put up 122 yards on 7 catches and a touchdown. Stroud managed to get it together later on, throwing for 282 yards along with 1 touchdown, and he also rushed for 42 yards. My best friend Joe Mixon got back to business, racking up over 100 yards and a touchdown. Defense wins games, as Derek Stingley Jr. had 2 interceptions. Also, Eric Murray ran a pick 6 to the house. Bad day for Justin Herbert, who, like I mentioned, threw 4 interceptions. You cannot win games like that. Texans 32, Chargers 12. Fantastic. The Houston Texans will play on in the next round of the playoffs. Check local listings for availability. Politics now. Next week, Donald Trump will be sworn in once again, this time as the 47th president of the United States of America. He's made it clear about his stance on tariffs, as well as drilling for oil, which sounds like a fracking good time. We go now to some quote-unquote individuals expressing their thoughts on the incoming administration.
I think America got it right.
I think things went well.
I'm heartbroken. The people that I love and care about, they're going to be screwed.
Overall, I think it'll be better for the economy.
What a time to be alive. The inauguration is set for the 20th of January, as always, and we will have comprehensive coverage of this historical events. And speaking of historical events, from Buttons for America is set to become the first cat to captain a boat on the high seas in a mission to attain oil and tuna, thus reducing America's dependence on other oil-producing countries. But don't take my word for it. Check this out. Brilliant. To join Buttons for America Ocean Division, just like, share, subscribe, and comment. To donate to this cause, which helps the channel and is not in any way a scam, just look at the bottom of the screen and follow instructions. Also, when you donate, you will get a shout out on the most unwatched show on YouTube, which is this one. And we'll be right back after this. Welcome back. In local news, a recent rise in car stereo crime has citizens worried as over the weekend, 56 thefts were reported. From what local officials are saying, the criminals are only targeting Ford Crown Vics and Ford Grand Marquis from the years 1988 to 2005. Authorities do not have any leads currently, but are, quote, really interested in speaking with the pack of gimps, as well as Leon the Walrus, and local disruptor Lane Romansky, the latter of which is wanted for questioning regarding several crimes. What a surprise. Hand egg time once again, and staying with wildcard
bitches!
weekend, the AFC North took center stage on primetime Saturday night football as the Steelers traveled to the Charm City to face off against my Super Bowl pick for the last 3 years, the Baltimore Ravens. Cue the highlights. Steelers at Ravens. First off, this game wasn't even close, as man-beast Derrick Henry ran for 186 yards on 26 carries along with 2 scores, completely humiliating the Pittsburgh defense. Long gone is the steel curtain, as it has been replaced with saloon doors. Potential MVP Lamar Jackson threw for 175 yards and 2 touchdowns, also rushing for 81 yards. Ravens 28, Steelers 14. The standard is the standard. Absolutely ridiculous. Is Lamar Jackson the only one that can save us from the Chiefs' three-peat? I think so. Hello, Coach. How are you today?
I'm ready to go. I'm absolutely ready to go.
Fantastic. You took over the head coaching duties of the Detroit Lions in 2021, and what a massive turnaround it's been. 3 winning seasons in a row, and 2 of them resulting in winning the NFC North title. How does that feel?
That's all I think about, man. That's all I think about.
Out of all the things you've accomplished so far in your career, what would you say is the biggest accomplishment, Coach?
I don't go the other way, so, and the team won't either.
Well, sir, you've given the city of Detroit a lot to be grateful for.
All right, I know that Detroit's made up of great people, some really good people.
And your plans for the future?
We're going to kick you in the teeth, all right? And when you punch us back, we're going to smile at you. And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Also, Coach, it's worth noting that local malcontent Lane Romansky is a huge Lions fan. Would you like to say anything in particular to him?
Not the most talented.
Wonderful. Do you have any final thoughts or comments for the viewers?
I'm an asshole, so.
Fantastic. That word association of newspaper Golden Pen of Freedom Award is as good as mine. You're welcome. Now then, if you work with others, say in an office, you all might have a community break room, where instead of doing your work like you're paid to, you and your coworkers congregate there to eat lunch or snacks and goof off. However, there are some things you should not bring to the office for consumption. That's the topic of this week's editorial. First things first, if you're one who brings your lunch into the office and it needs to be placed in the microwave, do not bring the following item: fish of any kind, especially this trout-looking thing. That's most likely a trout, with the intentions of tossing it in the electric warmer-upper and eating it. That's disgusting. The whole office will smell like a gross fish hatchery. If you are one who does indeed tout microwavable trout, then you are the problem. If you are someone who sees this, you might be entitled to compensation. Also, it's your responsibility to tell your boss that something fishy is going on in the break room. Plain and simple, do not microwave fish in the office. You animals. The more you know. Holy mackerel. What an amazing editorial. Well, that's going to do it for the... Join us next week for sports news, broccoli, and more ways to improve your life. Thanks for watching ONEIL After Dark. My name is Tanner O'Neill.
I'm an asshole, so.
Ooh, fancy pants, Rich McGee over here.